Hello there everyone and welcome back. First off, I need to apologize for the poor processing recording from the last video there. I'd update the Xtory and I guess I forgot a couple of settings when I went to do my recording, so I apologize. But to give you a short recap, I finally got myself a real match against a full level 10 battlecruiser and single cruiser fleet of Chaos. And I would have wanted to if it wasn't for the simple fact that both the ship's priority was set to 1. I thought I had it set to be able to focus on 1 properly, but instead just simply having the damage spread out just cost me the victory. And it did go full 20 minutes, so if I had been the defender I would have been victorious, but it was a costly one nonetheless. But I can feel good about the possibility, since dealing with a maxed out fleet means I'm in good hands, right? That's the hope. There's still a lot of work to be done, lots of refinements, and especially lots of upgrades to get for this fleet. Because having only belt armor, which is just to make it so they keep their mobility if nothing else, versus 3 cruisers, 2 battle cruisers, a cruiser with full all 5 upgrades as well as their favors, which isn't a big deal as far as the favors because all my ships were favored too, so it was good. It's a good sign for me, I like to think. Now, we are fighting another Chaos player. 525 seems about accurate to where I'm at. I might be having a bit of a point advantage here. I don't know how much though. So do I go a little more top heavy and experiment with the bombers? It feels a little too top heavy. I don't know if I like this, especially, well, from what I learned there, Chaos likes to run for me, and this would give me 3 kind of beacons, which would save me a lot of boosting issues, I find. It's really top heavy for not really a lot of firepower potentially, because the Manta bombers, if he runs for me, is still going to be limited, but I'm willing to try this. Going to be a little more open-minded that this is not my best strategy though. And if somehow all these ships get destroyed, I am probably not going to risk repairing them because of how costly it's going to be. I already did it for 3 light cruisers that got destroyed in my last match against Chaos, so I don't want to end up having no renown by the time I actually get battle cruisers, so I'm not particularly feeling too fond of this. But I do like the possibility of all these asteroid fields. If he is going to kite me, can I use that to my advantage? Bully him to the right by being more on the left, since there's a nebula cloud here that kind of like encourages that deployment anyway. So I think I'm okay with that. And the main thing I want to keep in mind is have my messengers available to shoot down any of his fighters he had. And I hadn't really considered Monka actually working against weaponry. That's like a little line that I forgot to look at. So it increases the chance of killing the engines, which is what my focus will be. Although Kion's good for more steady damage, but it's only for my railguns, whereas this affects everything else, assuming I can hit him with it. Bombers, secret missiles, all that, they all benefit from that. I did not realize that, so I may be feeling more Monka now after that realization. But it requires a bit of experimenting and actually getting the critical hits in. Which, with secret missiles and bombers, there's actually a fair chance of that happening. It doesn't want to tell me the chance to critically hit though on here, unfortunately. Oh wait, can I find it down here somewhere while I'm waiting? Yeah, 11% chance, that's not too shabby. Again, Chaos is going to be running from him a lot, so it's not realistically going to hit as often as I want. But it justifies the Monka route, if nothing else. And he has 3 ships again, so I want to say this is the same kind of fleet as last time. The only thing is, I had 600 points before, so I want to say this is not like the 2 battle cruisers and a cruiser. I want to believe that this could be like 3 regular cruisers. I won't know until I actually detect them, but I have 3 beacons to kind of like break through his fog of war, his siege favor if he's utilizing it. So it can force him to burn a bunch of silent running and maybe getting aggressively. I just have slightly less raw firepower to capitalize on in comparison to the last match. So we'll spread out a bit, make it a little more difficult to get just my entire fleet beaconed. And these, I'm going to have to keep an eye on these messengers too. In fact, I should spread them out. Wow, he's already favoring. I really question that. I'm not going to lie. But I can easily move and adjust. I got straight up more mobility than him, I want to say. So that's another thing I need to keep in mind. My ships, aside from my frigates, are actually faster than him. And I'm just wondering when I should use my beacons. Because I can do it easily enough, because I got 3 of them. Okay. Oh, that was close. So, we're gonna silent run this thing.
Swift and silent, we prowl space.
We're gonna turn around, we're gonna use another beacon, maybe. Is it me or do you use another one of those siege favors? So this is gonna be tricky. I can outrun him though. And he burnt all his siege favors, so this is a good start, but if that's any indication, he's gonna constantly be rolling them out. And I did not pay attention to the level, but 45-second duration with 2-minute cooldown. Yeah, he could roll them out. That's gonna suck until I get a beacon on him. So this may not work to my liking. I have not been paying attention to the dang circle icons. That's something I'm not used to with the siege beacons. But let's reveal them quickly. Let's catch them off guard quick. Oh, I forgot. This is the one that did already use the sunrise, so that was a bit of a mistake. I would love to use seeker missiles, but it's not going to work to my liking, is it? Okay. So now, get the hell out. Outrun those fighters. My beacon, that was his beacon too, so that was a waste of fighters, unfortunately. And he does have low-level ships. And my messengers are getting demolished right now, so that is unfortunate. And I can't reliably keep vision is the problem, but he has the lower level. I can use this. So far, oh, I should try and get this thing live. This is going to be so important against the fighters. 10 seconds I should wait. Something I'm experimenting with. Trying to time. Ooh, this works out well. I'll happily take this. Now, can I seeker missile? Oh, that was... What I was planning on doing was having this second protector launch the seeker missiles for the bombers, and I bet it went the other way around. The bombers went first, because this one was closer. But still, amazing hit. Belt armor's gone. For one. Good start. I destroyed one of their ships, but this one's really vulnerable. Oh, and it wasn't even identified? Seriously? If I had known that, I would have done it a little bit differently. Nonetheless, still work in progress as far as the bombers. And their timing lines up perfectly there. 30 seconds basically for torpedoes, 1 minute for the bombers. If I'm consistent and on top of my bombers. So this one's about to have bombers. That does... Oh, this one will have his bombers too. This is going to be tricky, so let's experiment. Oh well. Now, second bomber is going to go. It doesn't time the best, unfortunately. The missiles had to turn. But with 2 waves of fighters, that did a lot of damage. Maybe not the amount I would have liked, but...
to optimal combat speed. As the ethereals wish.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but yeah, per bomber.
Follow the teachings of Yola.
So that is quite a bit of damage.
Aircast ready for
I
orders.
want to assume it's the mantas, and I wasn't paying attention to my bombers. Oh, they're about to come off cooldown, so let's just finish them off. Getting close, make sure both these bombers are going at once.
Torel, ready.
Aww. We're having this argument again. If there's anything I learned from StarCraft, from Warhammer in general, the tabletop and all that, things are gonna feel so overly overpowered. Hell, I dealt with Eldar Council armies. I know what it feels like.
The Tau
And I also killed an Eldar Council arm. Well, killed the Eldar Council
At your orders,
what is it, squad? Maybe still lost the match, but there are mechanics that you can abuse. And considering I was still an amateur, there are options at least. It sucks though to go up against it. Just to give you an understanding of what I'm referring to, the Eldar, what is it? It's like a Farseer, which is like their Psyker or Spellcaster, who can supercharge the shields, your resistance, kind of like the armor resistance here for your ships here, by a massive amount. I think it's almost like 2+, which is like a 1 in 6 chance of them actually getting hit. Oh no, it could be 3, so it's like a 1 in 3 chance every time you hit them that you'll effectively do damage, but like the messenger, they can re-roll that that damage. Or I'm explaining it poorly, I apologize. But the Elder Council thing, the strategy was you were invested so many points on like your most powerful units, basically like a battlecruiser or battleship in comparison to this game, and you put like a Farseer in it to make it so that it buffs up their resistance. So imagine having like Space Marine armor there, but being able to re-roll a second time if we're going to get a hit in to begin with. That's how ridiculous one squad that's basically unkillable is, for at least the tabletop version that I've had experience with, if nothing else. It sucks, but there are risks associated with it, and from what I've learned, if you plan for it accordingly and prepare for it, you can wreck them in an instant, because suddenly they lose their reroll, and I think also their armor's not a factor, because there's a chance they can fail throughout the course of a battle. I apologize if that was a poor description. I'm trying to think of it in simplistic sake. But that was a beautiful success for me there. We have an extra upgrade. And it's the first one for my Sauce, so I have, honestly, no idea what I want. I think after my experience with Chaos, improved Augur Ray sounds good. And since it's the one with the recon beacon, I think I can get away. I'm okay with having this one in particular with the Augur Ray. And the other two might have a different upgrade. And then afterwards, this will have the same upgrades as the other two Sauce ships. At least this one I can use more for spotting without having to rely on the beacons as much in theory. Especially since these 3 Sauces are like my most nimble ships and fastest ships, so I don't see why not, to be honest, to take advantage of that. Unless I want to have my Wardens and Castellans with the extra sensor range, because I sure as hell ain't going to do it with the Messenger because of their protection that they offer me. Bit of a long-winded description of what the hell I was talking about, but hey, I know that feeling all too well. Which is why you need to really seriously account for those abilities ahead of time when designing a fleet. You can't just go all out against like Orcs or Imperial Navy and expect it to work all the time, because then suddenly you're facing against Eldar and all you have is close range raw firepower and you can't even get close. Although I wonder how Eldar are doing at this point. Seriously wonder. Rubus forever. This is assassination, so this is going to be different. In theory, this should work well for me. I just lack the range to constantly lay down fire on them. It's 450. This looks like I'm not getting boosted points, I want to assume. So I should expect the same kind of fleet that he has, so... Let's see, he could be level 5 though if he's... No, he has to be level 6 for the battleship, sorry, so I don't have to worry about a battle barge in that case, just a lot of cruisers, which he can field 3 of, I think. But that looked promising there, and Space Marines have the same mobility and he's also running. I don't know how I want to do this. I could easily go with 2 protectors, that eats up, and 1 cruiser. Is it possible to get like... I could get 3 light cruisers? And I also have the Augur Ray to help. Not that it really matters too much. Ooh, and he's also going to have like a lot of strike cruisers, so... 2 messages look good. I just gotta figure out when I'm comfortable with the Dalef. To be honest, it needs a battle cruiser or battleship to accompany it, I think, because it feels way too fragile. Or at least it feels like a liability. It's not going to keep up with this fleet here that's all air cache at the moment. But it has no seeker missiles with the combo it's trying to do with the missiles or the bombers, making sure to protect it. And it looks like he's feeling standard cruiser, and it has a lance, so that's something to keep in mind. So he does not have any bombers on that thing, at least that one. And he has a crap ton of nebula clouds, which thankfully I can kind of account for that as well. So I think I'm okay. Only problem is the armor makes it really difficult to burst those ships down. So it's gonna be relying on my bombers essentially for burst, which I only have 1 cruiser, so it's not going to do 600 points I need. But this looks promising. I just gotta be careful about him going super aggressive on me. And
the killing blow brings the enemy's end.
Extra critical hit chance, I like it, because I'm sure as hell not going to get to utilize the range the best with all these nebula clouds. I feel like. Unless I can get a recon beacon on one of them. Oh, I'm forgetting he has an admiral ship that's going to be constantly spotted, so maybe it's a good thing. I'm just slowly starting to realize the value of Monka, just because I lack the range boost, and he did autocast, so that's a good start. That's a good sign for me, actually, the fact that he's willing to autocast. Can I dodge is the question. He's looking close. He's firing torpedoes. Can I get my messengers to kind of block? Oh, well, I was detected, but I kind of did not consider I was like friggin' inside a damn nebula cloud, so that was that was just instinct, quite frankly. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Cause yeah, messengers didn't do their thing. So, I would love to just straight up bomb that, but I'll fix that.
Identified an enemy target.
Oh, I set them all to silent running. That was a mistake. We're gonna focus on the light strike cruiser, because yeah, that's right in the middle of everything. And damn it, that did not time right. The bombers are in front. I thought I got it right, but it might still do damage. That did a crap ton of damage, so that paid off. We're gonna lock on to continue to boost my damage. That was unfortunate, but time for the repair drones. It didn't do anything too permanent just yet. That was a bad shot. And just kill these frigates. Kill what I can. Save my boarding for when necessary. Okay, that one's gone. So now get this turning set up. Okay. And this dang frigate's in my way, so I can't actually do anything about that. And the missiles, oh, the missiles didn't even fire, so never mind that. And I have good fire mobility. This should help a lot with my missiles. No, it timed out poorly again. The Mantis, apparently moved with my cruiser, so that was another poorly timed event. It could still do a lot of damage though, so I'm not too worried. I just lost my messengers, so I gotta be careful of that.
Repair drones activated.
I should just go all out, but no, I'm not gonna give him that luxury just yet. Oh, I rammed him anyway, so never mind. And he's firing torpedoes, okay. He's firing boarding torpedoes, and I gotta be ready for those. I can dodge them, but I gotta make sure I have enough available.
How may I serve the Taubar?
Come on, cancel it.
Fire warriors attack.
There, perfect. Now, finish this off. Beautiful. I forgot to say my good luck, have fun tradition, so that feels a little BM. Another beautiful victory, though. I can feel good about myself. A little bit. But those Manta Bombers are a little... I can see the argument with the Manta Bombers, but the catch is they're super, super fragile. Because of what I discussed this before. You need to invest in upgrade to give them an extra hit, and there's still only 3 of them. 2 of which are Barracudas, which don't do crap to the enemy ships. They're more like just defend it, so it technically has the same health as any regular bombing squad, even with the upgrade consider. It's just harder to kill each of them individually. Because everything besides the Space Marines have like 3 fighters and 3 bombers. And just having the energy shield that I currently have on my Daleth just makes it so that you have 6 health HP is really all it does. It's, quite frankly, just puts me on par with everything else. The only benefit is the massive, massive damage potential when they do hit. And I finally got my battleship, which apparently is strictly auxiliary ships. I am looking forward to browsing through all that. Because let's see, we got Kroot War Spear, we have Damien Bastion and a Stronghold. Ooh. I am not going to pick any of them just yet because, quite frankly, it's not going to tell me any special traits that they have. Like, for my Messenger, for example, where it has the reroll for defensive fire. It's not going to say it anywhere here. So, ooh, I'm so excited, though, to see what these things could do. And God, these things are surprisingly cheap. I was expecting... They're quite frankly cheaper than my cruisers. Wow. Oh, this is so exciting, though. I'm looking forward to trying them out. I have no clue what one to get, though.